भूर्भुवस्वः तत्सवितुर्वरेण्यम् भर्गो देवस्य धीमहि धियो यो नः प्रचोदयात्।
Jai Gurudev and Hari Om to all my Guru Bhais and Bahans. Welcome to Remembering Gurudev Part 4. I hope you have all been listening to Parts 1, 2 and 3. I have also been emailing it to a lot of our Guru Bhais. I would appreciate if you could acknowledge and let me know if you have received it, how you find it, if you have any suggestions. And at the same time, if there's anything that you want me to share in future videos, please email it to me, so we can do this work of Gurudev together. In today's episode, I am going to talk about the true and deep meaning of the Gayatri Mantra as narrated by our Puja Gurudev. You will find this talk of Gurudev in Pravachanmala 113 on the occasion of the centenary celebration of Puja Gurudev. So Gurudev talks about his visit to the States, to Europe and to other countries. He said that he traveled there not only to bring the Vedas, but also to share about Bharati Sanskriti with all the people living abroad. He said he went to many universities like Oxford, Cambridge and other universities. And he met many scholars, Englishmen, Germans, Americans, who knew Sanskrit and who had studied the Vedas. On one occasion, an English scholar came up to Gurudev and asked him, what is the main pustak, the book of knowledge that you have? And Gurudev replied, it's the Ved Bhagwan. And then the Englishman asked, and who are the main deities that you pray to? So Gurudev said, Rama and Krishna. Now Gurudev says he did not know which way the questions were headed or what the man was trying to ask. So the man came back and said, but you worship Rama and Krishna, and then the Vedas is your main book of knowledge, but there's no mention of Rama and Krishna in the Vedas. So how do we believe that they are your main deities or the main avatars? In reply, Gurudev told him that if there is an old dry tree in the middle of the forest and somebody bumps into it, you cannot blame the tree for it. In the same way, the Vedas have all the knowledge. It is there for everybody to see and to hear and to share. But if somebody misinterprets the Vedas and makes an offense of misunderstanding it, we cannot blame the Vedas for it. Then Gurudev proceeded and explained to this scholar that not only in one mantra of the Vedas, but each and every mantra of the Vedas pays homage to Rama and Krishna. Each and every of the 20,000 mantras. In fact, Gurudev said in the first mantra itself, Rig Veda, first mantra, it already pays homage to Krishna. But the Englishman, it seems, was not satisfied. And he said, what about bhakti? There's no mention of bhakti in the Vedas. And Gurudev also proceeded to clear this doubt of his. Then Gurudev went one step further and said, why only the Vedas? Even the Gayatri mantra itself pays homage to Krishna and Rama. And the Englishman was confounded. In the words of our Puja Gurudev, he was Ashcharya Chakit. So Gurudev still went forward and cleared the doubts of this Englishman by giving him the explanation of the Gayatri mantra, the real explanation and the deep explanation. Gurudev says that Savita is Surya, and the daughter of Savita is Yamuna. And who married Yamuna? It was Krishna. So Krishna is the Var, or the husband of Yamuna, which is why the Gayatri mantra has the word Varenyam. This refers to Krishna. Then further it goes, Bhargo Devasya. Bhargo Devasya, he explained, is about Krishna and Rama and how they killed the demons like Kansa and Ravana and many other demons. They killed them so easily, it was just like crushing the chanas or burning them in the oven. So Bhargo Devasya, in fact, is also referring to Krishna. And then we have Dhiyo Yona Prachodayat. This is referring to that Krishna who gave us the Gita. And the Gita which brought us from Komarg to Sanmarg. And Dhimahi, according to Gurudev, is Chintan. That Krishna on whom we meditate. So here we go, Varenyam is Krishna, Bhargo Devasya is referring to Krishna, and Dhiyo Yona Prachodayat is referring to Krishna, and Dhimahi is doing Chintan of Krishna. So Gurudev made it very clear. Gurudev used to make everything very simple. For him it was such a simple translation. Although for many scholars, I think they even studied the Vedas for years, they would not be able to find the explanations that Gurudev gave. But then, as we believe, our Gurudev was the Vedas personified himself. In fact, there is something very important which Gurudev talked about, which I forgot to mention earlier, is that the Gayatri is Ved Mata. And the Vedas are the children of Gayatri. And Gurudev says, if the mother speaks Punjabi, the children will naturally speak Punjabi. And if Gayatri is speaking of Krishna and paying homage to Krishna, then naturally the Vedas also will pay homage to Krishna. And if you remember, Gurudev has asked us to chant 4 Ved mantras every day, 1 mantra from each Veda, which he has himself recorded for us. And he says, if you cannot chant the 4 Ved mantras, you must at least listen to or chant the Gayatri mantra, Ved Mata. In closing, I would like to thank my Guru Behen, Lata Pamnani, she is now known as Geeta Nichlani, for translating many of Gurudev's talks and lectures. She has been doing this work very, very tirelessly. She has been putting up the talks on the website of Gurudev. And this is meant for those of us who are more comfortable reading English over hearing the Hindi lecture. And so we had Dhruv or Shravan, who has compiled the Pravachanmala. Here we have Lata, who is translating it for us. And this will make Gurudev's talks and lectures and Gyan available not only for us, but for our many generations to come. So let us all continue working together, and Gurudev's legacy must be brought forward to the future generations. Thank you once again, and please don't forget to give me your feedbacks. Any suggestions are welcome. Thank you again. Hari Om and Jai Gurudev.
Prachodayat.